Melvin's favorite part. So now we're going to give him a ketone shot.
I'm just deciding. Let me just muscle test what he needs here. Ketone. I think what we ought to do first is biokinetics, which is the human chiropractic technique to balance his spine, so he'll feel better no matter what I do to him.
All right. So
and this is going to help this quadricep muscle feel better. I know. I just had to strum it one more time for the camera there, buddy. So what we're going to do, this is a vibrational massager that Brookstone used to carry, and you hit this and it makes a little noise sometimes. There it goes. So it just makes a vibrational noise that he's experienced before, so he's really used to this. And all I'm doing is running down his spine on each vertebrae. And there's the reaction right there at the lumbar sacral joint. Just where we have our problem, many dogs and cats in that lower lumbar will have a problem too. So it was interesting how he responded. Now I made one pass. I got a little further that time, and he said more. And what you'll see me do is I'll do that and wait a few seconds, 10 or 15 seconds. That gives time. This technique works by stimulating a bone or a muscle. The brain senses what's going on, makes corrections for that, brings attention to the muscle, bone, or joint, and then resets. And just in a few seconds, you'll see things change back here a little bit for him, possibly. Needed more stimulation back there. So that lumbar area is his most sensitive. And going down this leg, yeah. So that muscle that was sensitive, we're working to reset that. We'll go back and forth a couple times. And the reason you see me hold his head and neck like this, because many times it's just like us. Massage therapist or chiropractor hits him. It's a hot spot in a muscle. You just want to smack him. When the cat will reach out and smack me if I hit him in the right place. So what I do is I extend that leg. Even just doing that, I can tweak the brainstem, and that alone will help correct his hip and things like that.
Yeah, I think those slick floors are what's giving him that.
Oh yeah.
And he used to like to be spanked in his cat scratcher as a kitten, and he still likes it because there's that habit.
Yeah, but now he's pretty sensitive.
But now he's sensitive, so I gotta.
A little sensitive on his right knee there too.
Yeah, that's all from the jumping.
Just the hyperextension and stuff sliding out from under him.
Yep.
Landing pads, buddy.
Great.
They sell them at Bed Bath & Beyond. They're kitchen mats. Great. They come in different colors. They look nice.
Great. I'll get some for him.
This biokinetics to me is one of the most powerful techniques I use in many ways because it can bring an animal. I've worked on some dogs that can't walk with their rear legs, and in a few minutes of doing this and getting those muscles and nerves reactivated, they're walking. You just can't beat it. It's just been a phenomenal technique. And it was developed by a fellow down in Torrance, Larry Newsom, and who's since passed. But he saw it back, I don't know, when he was just 20 years old, which would have been back in the 40s, I think, from this fellow who developed it, really. And didn't think much of it, didn't use it. And then 20 years later, some colleague of his says, why don't you look at this? And so he did, and then taught it to me and a number of other people. So it was really valuable. Yeah?
You want to do the other side?
Yeah, we're going to check this. So this leg feels more relaxed. And already, because I did the spine, both sides are going to be, positively affected.
When you took out that thyroid lump, he had like a mini stroke, and was dragging his right leg.
Oh, that's right.
So it's interesting that one's the more relaxed one, and the left one's the one that seems like it's had some kind of jumping injury or something.
Yeah, that's possible. So the nerve conduction to that leg may not be the same. Yeah.
Okay.
You're a good patient. Yes, you are. As long as
he loves your visit, man.
As long as I give you some ear massage, you're a happy camper. He's a Siamese mix, so he talks a lot.
He's definitely the king of the jungle around here.
He just looks at it and comments a little bit, but.
I'll make a run for it.
Once he gets in and let me do more, I can do a lot more with him. That spot I was just hitting in his right side was just above the knee, where those muscles are a little sensitive. And at his age, he could have, if we took a radiograph or an x-ray, we might see some fuzziness around the bone and stuff from just like early arthritis conditions and stuff, arthritic changes. And outdoor animals, just like football players and other athletics, they'll have more of that problem than the average person.
Okay. Yeah, he's still indoor-outdoor when I'm home.
Yeah.
At night he's inside, and I'd rather him live another couple of years and be indoor-outdoor than extend him to 22 and keep him in.
That's a good point. He may choose. I saw a cat in Boston once that he would go across this dirt road adjacent to this guy's house next to this park and go in the higher grass and with the trees and orchard or whatever it was and hunt and everything else. He got to 12, stopped crossing the road. There were other cats there. He had to fend for himself a little more. So, like I said earlier, 12 is like in your 80s for the cat. And once they hit that age, they may slow down a little bit. And by 16, what are they up to? 103 or something like that. It's pretty amazing how they age, but they can do quite well. I've had cats live to 23, and that's beyond average for sure. Average cat will live, 16 to 20 years maybe. They do really well for a long time if you take care of them, feed them well, give them what they want. Let's talk about water a little bit.
Great, I'm going to cut.